You've been trained to worship your thoughts whilst ignoring your signal. And that is essentially why so many of you are failing to manifest the kind of desires that you were looking for, your dreams and goals. But I'm here to tell you that this is going to end today, because you see, the true secret of manifesting your desires isn't just about what is going on in your brain. It actually goes much deeper. There is a hidden intelligence within your body that you have likely overlooked. Many of us do. You see, you're taught to continuously repeat various techniques, and despite all of this repetition, all of your affirmations, all of your visualizations, you're keeping to a routine, you're positive thinking all the time. Many of you, I'm sure many of us would agree, we feel stuck. Sometimes overwhelmed, sometimes still stressed, looking at the physical reality and thinking, I've been doing this for X amount of time and not much has changed, if anything. And despite this constant effort that you're putting in and the constant repetition of methods and mantras, many of you are still waiting for that breakthrough in your finances that's finally going to give you the freedom that you deserve. Many of you are still waiting upon that soulmate connection, or waiting for your SP, or waiting on that vibrant health that everyone has a right to. And yet your day-to-day life hasn't really changed. Now, there is a reason for all of that, and as you know, it's not because you've not been trying hard enough. God knows many of you are putting in a commendable amount of effort into your change work, and many of you, it's certainly not because you're not repeating it enough. But the problem is, the thing that not many people will tell you, is that repetition without resonance is just a ritual with no power. And we're going to delve into this today, and the truth of what's going on here, and why it is that you can do so much, that you can try so hard, that you can repeat so much, and very little can end up changing if this key ingredient that I'm about to share with you today, if this key ingredient is missing. This is the issue that many of us have. This is why many people fail. You see, the real power to manifest your desires, and this might surprise you, the real power doesn't come from your brain like everyone thinks that it does. It actually comes from your heart. Your heart is older than your brain. It started beating before any thought you had existed. It remembers the divine before you even had a name. And so stay with me on this, because what you're about to learn here could potentially change everything for you, finally giving you the breakthrough that many of you have been desperately seeking. Now we'll go into it, and many of you might know this, but how many of you actually knew that your heart has its own brain? And I'm not speaking metaphorically, by the way. Literally, your heart has its own brain. I'm talking about 40,000 specialized neurons that reside within your heart, that think, that feel, that remember, completely independent of the brain in your head. So whilst you've been trying to manifest from your brain alone, as many of us do, your heart, which is the actual true powerhouse of manifesting abilities, has actually been whispering to you in a language that you've forgotten how to understand, that you've blocked away, that you're not paying attention to. And that's why for many of you, your desires remain just out of reach. It's not because you're not doing things right and you're not doing it enough, but it's because, and you may want to pay attention to this, your reality doesn't reflect what you think you want. It reflects what your heart has quietly accepted as true. You might want to jot that down, because most people, they don't lack the desire, but what they do lack is that internal agreement, feeling it done, acceptance. Now, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you today, because I'm going to go into depth about this, gifting you all the tools that you need to awaken the information that is already residing within you. Because as you know, we're not learning anything new. You know all this stuff already. It's all within you, but we're just shedding away the layers of limitations and old conditioning so that you can reveal your true self. Many of you here are ready for that change. That's why you're experiencing it at incredible rates. I'm getting incredible success stories. By the way, please keep them coming in. Email me your successes. I continuously share them on my website, which is dedicated as well to you guys, gives you a voice. The link's in the description. Share them here in the comments as well. I want to hear them. And it's difficult for many people I know to hear the information that I often share in my videos. For many people, they feel resistance, and that's okay. That's good, actually, because for most of the time when resistance comes up, it's because the ego is defending the old prison of limitations and outdated beliefs. The limitations that change takes a long time, that constant repetition is needed to rewire your subconscious, all of these limitations. Where did they come from? Like I said, this wasn't limitations that we were born with. We don't need to keep doing techniques. We don't need to be perfect and think perfect thoughts all the time and happy thoughts. But what we need to do is we need to understand that power doesn't come from perfection and perfect thinking. Power comes from a feeling that refuses to be denied. Think on that. Power comes from a feeling that refuses to be denied. And in today's video, we're going to focus on a few main areas, right? I'm going to share with you the science behind the heart's neural network and how it directly impacts your ability to attract love, wealth, health, happiness, you name it. We're going to go into why ignoring your heart's intelligence is actually what's sabotaging your efforts. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you, we're going to go through it together, a very simple but immensely powerful practical technique influenced by Joe Dispenza and the Heart Math Institute as well. A method that will allow you to sync your heart and your mind, which will therefore help you to turbocharge your manifesting abilities. So stay tuned, because I know many people like to jump into what the technique is, but again, it's the old programming, why we want to keep on doing techniques all the time with no understanding as to why we're doing it. Remember, less is more here. Now, imagine for me, if you will, that you were able to just with this one key unlock the flow of abundance. You were able to magnetize meaningful relationships. You were able to elevate your health, all by tapping into this one power, this one thing, this one key to everything that's been holding you back. Imagine that. What if the key is in this video right now? You see, all of you are here because you're ready to uncover that missing key that is there to help you to manifest everything that you want. So now that you're here and you're ready for change and you're still with me, then I know you're ready for change, then I know you'll all achieve it. I know you'll all get success. That's what we're here for. Grab yourself a hot drink or a cold drink. I mean, it's a beautiful day today. Can't complain. Got my tan on a little bit. Did you notice? But still having the hot drinks because, you know, why not? Why not? So sit back, relax. And I'm going to help you to unlock what has been holding many people back. And this information might actually surprise you. There's going to be loads of juicy gems in this video as well. So start collecting, because you're about to get overwhelmed with incredible knowledge, like the Goonies were when they discovered One-Eye Willie's treasure. How many people watch the Goonies, by the way? Am I showing my age as well as the fact that I never grow out of these children's movies? Yes, I know. We need to indulge from time to time, right? But anyway, where to begin? 1991, which still feels like yesterday to me. 1991. It's roughly around the time when there was a groundbreaking discovery. And that groundbreaking discovery was essentially that your heart possesses a neural network of about 40,000 specialized neurons, and they're called sensory neurites. These are essentially brain-like cells, and they don't reside in your head, but in your heart. So essentially stating that your heart thinks, feels, and remembers. So the heart is not just an organ, but we should be considering it as our first mind. Before you had words, your heart was already broadcasting the truth. Now, researchers published these findings in Neurocardiology, which is a peer-reviewed journal, and it's dedicated to exploring the neural connections of the heart. They called this the little brain in the heart. So yes, your heart has a brain. And just like some people's, I don't know, exes or mothers or whatever, it remembers everything. It remembers everything, even the things that you were trying to forget. You don't want to remember, it remembers everything. So you might be wondering, okay, my heart has a brain. So why does this matter? Why is this important when it comes to your manifestations, and why so many of you are struggling to see any sort of significant change or success? And it's because whilst many of you have been trying to manifest from your brain, the heart has actually been sending out its own signals. And your heart, being such a producer of the most powerful electromagnetic field, an electromagnetic field that extends miles beyond your physical body. I mean, the Heart Math Institute discovered that the heart's electromagnetic field is actually 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. Think of that, 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. So even though modern science, our technology, our equipment today can only measure the field that our heart emits up to roughly about 3 feet away from our current body, that's with what we currently have available to us. We know, of course, as manifestors, that it extends much further than that. There's no limitation to energy, right? We interact with the fields of others. Our fields influence other people from across the world. So there really is no limit to this. See, we must remember that the universe is speaking always in frequency. And you've got to think of your heart now as the broadcasting tower. And if your heart is not in harmony with your mental efforts, then no amount of mental effort is going to override its field, or at least you're going to be met with so much resistance. That's why many of you feel like you're fighting with yourself, or you're saying and you're thinking positive things, or at least you're trying to, but you've got that icky feeling inside deep within you. Now, think about it this way, just to emphasize the point. How many of you have actually walked into a room and you instantly sensed tension within the room without anyone saying a word? I think all of us have been in that situation where you've been in someone's presence, or you've walked into a room, you could sense the energy, you could cut the energy with a knife. So that is coming from your heart, which is constantly scanning and syncing and picking up emotional cues, be it anxiety, joy, resentment. And oftentimes we pick up on this way before the conscious mind even knows what the hell is happening. That's why many of us can just be in the presence of someone and just know that that person is, I don't know, being deceptive towards you. You just feel like something's off with them. They've not said anything wrong. Maybe they've not said anything at all, but you've just got a feeling. And we have it in the opposite as well. Many of you have had it when you met your specific person, for example. You fall in love for the first time. You just have this connection, which is so powerful and so instant. So it's your body's built-in emotional radar, and it's running 24/7, and that's your heart's intelligence at work. So your heart is processing data that your mind hasn't even registered yet. That's why in the words of, Blaise Pascal, I think it was, the heart has reasons which reason knows nothing of. The heart has reasons which reason knows nothing of. So maybe, just maybe, should start to consider our hearts more seriously in all of this. Your heart isn't just this sentimental organ that is brilliant at writing love songs, for some of us. But perhaps our heart is actually a savage intelligence system, the most powerful that we all possess. You see, your heart doesn't lie. That's why your thoughts always fail when your feelings betray them. You cannot lie to your heart. You cannot lie to your heart and then expect that the universal field, the quantum field, is going to play along. We can chant all day long to ourselves, we can tell ourselves and feed ourselves positive thoughts, but if your heart is disagreeing with you, you're just going to be echoing your own resistance. And this is what so many people are encountering. You don't need to fight with yourself. You don't need to echo your resistance. You need to embody what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're imagining, what it is that you're scripting or saying to yourself. Because embodiment is remembering what your soul already knows. That's what embodiment truly is. You are remembering what your soul already knows, and you're letting your nervous system finally believe that it is safe. It is safe to live there. That is what embodiment is. That is what we're all trying to do when we're manifesting absolutely any desire. So embodiment isn't what most people think it is, which is thinking better thoughts per se. It's actually about feeling safer truths. Now, the ancient cultures, like I've said before, ancient cultures have known all of this for millennia. They didn't have the tech that we do today, but they certainly had the wisdom. In fact, more so than we even do today. And they spoke of the heart as the seat of the soul, the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. And in many traditions, as some of you already know, the heart is actually considered the center of emotion, intuition, and thought. It's the center of it all. So many of you are already aware of this very, very famous proverb. Hands up if you already heard it. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How many of you are familiar with that? I think we've all gone through life hearing that at some point, but has anyone actually stopped to understand what it's saying? Have you noticed that it doesn't say, as a man thinketh in his mind or his brain? It says, in his heart. And that's because your heart's beliefs are what truly shape your reality. This concept isn't just theoretical either. It's something I witness every day with my clients. The amount of times clients come to me declaring that they're embodying the wish fulfilled, declaring that they're living in the end, of course, going by what Neville had taught. They declare all these things, saying that they feel good and they've been doing the techniques. Like I say, you're all doing the work, you're all doing it perfectly. But when I speak to them, when I hear their language, underneath is a whole array of truths. So even though their mind is convinced, they are literally, with their brains, they are convinced that they're fully aligned with their desire. In the very same breath, they're saying to me things like, oh, but but this hasn't happened, or oh, but he's still acting this way, or my SP hasn't conformed, or yeah, but the money is still, I don't know, I still feel anxiety about it. It's not happening. There's no movement. Nothing's changed. They're still saying the same things as before, right? They'll tell me a wealth of information, which shows me that, okay, their words are actually revealing what their heart truly feels and believes. And whilst they might think that they're aligned on a surface level, their heart is actually broadcasting signals of the opposite. And that's why they're seeing or experiencing the opposite of what it is that they want. It's not enough to think about your desire or to affirm that it's yours if your heart truly does feel the opposite of that. And if it does, that is the signal that's going to override anything that you're doing. That's the signal that's being sent out into the universe. Remember, it's the heart's electromagnetic field that is thousands of times more powerful than the brain's. So that is the real driver that we should be really paying attention to. This disconnect that many people have between the mind and the heart is why so many people feel stuck, and why many people inadvertently stay on this journey for years with very little progress. They can perform all of the techniques all day long perfectly, like I say, but deep down, the real struggle for many of them is that they don't truly feel connected. They don't truly accept what they desire whilst they're engaging in the act, in the technique, in the affirmation. There's no engagement there. It's all masked and disjointed and disconnected because of the cloud of insecurities, fears, limiting beliefs that are constantly counteracting the mental effort. This is precisely why as well that Neville Goddard had emphasized feeling is the secret, feeling is the secret. Why is that? It's because even he knew your subconscious mind responds to the feelings that you hold within your heart. So when there's a mismatch between your thoughts and your feelings, the heart is going to win every single time. And that's why there's so much confusion. When I relay to my clients what they have said, when I shine the mirror back at them, when I unravel the limiting beliefs, then they see clearly, then they see the truth. Then they can finally accept wholeheartedly with their heart. Don't blame yourselves. It can be quite tricky. But when you do change it around, it changes instantly. You can change. That's why I say beliefs, your identity, everything you can change instantly. Profound changes, even with beliefs and conditioning that you've had since childhood. Doesn't matter if you've had the belief for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I've worked with people of all ages. It can be changed very quickly, but you've got to get your heart on board as well. It's not just about the brain. You need to create a state where your body's system operates in harmony. Your thoughts and your mind, your thoughts, your mind, your brain, your heart are operating in harmony together. Many of you are familiar with Joe Dispenza's teachings, and he often refers to this quite extensively. He has stated that when the heart and the mind are in coherence, you access from that the code to the quantum field, and that is where your intentions become a reality. So let's get practical. You all ready to get practical? I'm going to show you an exercise, very, very simple, just to get your heart and your brain in coherence with each other, okay? And this has been influenced, like I said before, by Joe Dispenza and the Heart Math Institute. So you ready? Let's do this together. I want you to find somewhere comfortable. Step one, just get yourself into a comfortable position. Sit back or lay back and gently close down your eyes. And I want you to just focus in on your breath, honing in on your breath, just breathing in and out very gently and observing your breath. Just to relax yourself, just to ground yourself. Then step two, start to then gently shift your focus to your heart, placing your attention on the area that is around your heart. You can, if you want to as well, you can place your hand over your heart to help you focus there. But whatever you decide to do, however you do it, just bring your attention there. And then step three, you want to start to just slow down your breathing and to deepen it a little bit. So you can begin by breathing slowly and sit steadily with just inhaling for 4 seconds. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and this just allows you to get into this rhythmic cycle with your breath that also helps you to start to relax and just slow everything down. Now when you get into that slowed down, relaxed state, you can then go into step 4, which is going to be to activate a positive feeling. And you do that by thinking back, accessing now a memory whereby you felt deep gratitude or deep love or joy, whatever it is, just made you feel really, really good. So think back to that memory and allow yourself to just be completely bathed in it. Let it just fill your heart with the feelings, with the emotions, with the sensations of that memory. Really bring it back into the here and now, visualizing it and experiencing it in first person and going in with it as deep as you possibly can. And when you go into step 5 now, taking with you these wonderful feelings and emotions from that scene, I want you to then start to clear your mind and to now envisage your desire fulfilled, whatever that might be. Whether it's friends congratulating you on your immense business success, whether it's being in that loving relationship whereby you're enjoying a tender moment, celebrating an anniversary with your partner, whether it's celebrating and gallivanting in the fields because you got your health back and you're doing cartwheels and somersaults, whatever it might be. But go to your end and just envisage that whatever it is that you truly desire, this issue has been solved. You've achieved your end result. You've got that success. Envisage that. It's already been realized. It's already been taken care of. Feel it, experience it, see it, touch it, taste it, smell it, whatever, hear it. And feel the emotions of having that. Really let that joy just start to grow and expand within you, once again, filling your heart space. When you've really felt that strong intensity just fill you up, and it doesn't have to be really elated emotions, by the way, it might just be such a sense of peace and content and satisfaction. Do you know what I mean? It's not, feeling is the secret, is not about feeling those elevated emotions, although you very well may do, but it's feeling that sensation of this wish is accepted, it is done. So I will feel the emotions of it, I'll feel the sensations, but don't worry if it's not elevated, don't worry if it's just a sense of peace. Might even bring a little smile to your face. Perfect. And then we go on to step 6. I believe it is. And I'm going to get you to just embrace that feeling and the gratitude that fills your heart as well. And just stay with it. Like I say, stay with it, bathe in it, and silently within yourself start to express the gratitude that you feel for the fact that this has been resolved, this is sorted, you've got what you want, and everything's worked out perfectly for you. Take the time to experience and fill your heart with this gratitude. And then when you're done with that, step 7 is to just gently return to the present moment. And you will take a deep breath in, you will release, sending out that energy, if you like, into the universe. Some people, that's how they like to see it. I do that too sometimes. And then gently you open your eyes and you bring this energy back with you, understanding that what you've experienced has just changed something in you, which it does chemically, hormonally. It changes you when you really connect with it on this level. Your subconscious speaks in images and feelings, right? So now you've done the impression, you've had the experience. Trust that it's done. Now your brain and your heart are working together in that moment. That's how you make the most change with the least amount of effort and time. That's how you tap into that key that everyone is missing. Listen to your heart, to your feelings. Try to understand it. There are other ways as well to get this coherence together. And I know that I use a lot of psychology. I'm doing it with my group on Discord as well. We're using hypnosis. I do it with my one-to-one clients. Take this information away with you. Join us there if you do need more support. It's always available. But you guys have been brilliant, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time with me here. I hope you found this helpful and enjoyable. Go and enjoy the glorious sunshine if you've got it. And I'll see you all in the next video.